Plethora Solutions is a focused specialty pharmaceutical company with two aspects: PSD 502, an in-house developed product for premature ejaculation, or PE, and the urology company, a sales and marketing business. The chief executive is Ronald Openshaw and is with us now. Ronald, welcome back to us here at Proactiveinvestors. Now, having completed successful phase 3 trials on the PE treatment, you've just had the pre-submission briefing meeting with two agencies, haven't you? Give us some details about what this entails.
Absolutely. So good morning, thank you for having me back. We've just completed the pre-submission meetings with the rapporteur and the co-rapporteur, who are the Spanish and the UK medical agencies. And those agencies, as part of the review process, the clinical trials were completed in 2009. We did the deal with Shionogi last year. We got the rights to the product back, and we've been pushing very hard at getting the dossier submitted. As part of that, we submit a pre-submission paper to the agencies. It's a delicate little thing at only 88 pages, good dense text, but it tells the regulatory agencies the story behind they're going to see in the several thousand pages which are contained in that dossier. They've now reviewed it, we've had meetings, we've been quizzed thoroughly by them, and what we're pleased to say is we've had a very positive response to that, and we now push forwards to getting that dossier into them.
And the next stage is now submission for review, isn't it?
Absolutely. Submit the dossier for review. So we've said consistently that we will get that dossier in the first half of this year. When we chatted only a couple of weeks ago, I said we were on target for that. I can confirm we're still on target for that. And the encouraging thing is, having had those meetings, the pre-submission meetings, we now got the final tweaks necessary. The dossier will go in. It's going to run to several thousand pages, which is why this process takes so long. And then it goes in for review.
Now, the PE market is estimated to be, what, 300 million euros, I believe, in excess of 300 million euros. Yeah. It's a market that you're aiming for, and I believe aiming for uniquely, aren't you?
Almost uniquely. There are some other products in that market. There are the over-the-counter treatments, the things that you see in the back of specialist shops, if we might put it that way. And they really haven't captured the market. If they had, men wouldn't be talking about suffering from premature ejaculation, or PE. There is one other registered product on the market, launched by Johnson & Johnson a few years ago, called Prilogy. And unfortunately, that's really failed to become an effective treatment. The product needs to be taken 1 to 3 hours before intercourse. It's quite expensive. You're not allowed to drink when you're using the product. And as a result, it really has failed to capture market share. So the condition really is very much untreated at this point.
Unique, therefore, in that case, just as much as it's a spray, and it's a prescribed market.
So there are some lidocaine sprays in the market, but ours isn't just lidocaine. Ours is lidocaine, prilocaine. It's been tested to make sure that it treats the condition, that we get enough dose in that we desensitize, but we don't numb, that we don't transfer to the partner. Because if we were transferring an anaesthetic to the female partner, she would enjoy her sexual relationship with her partner all the less, and that would totally defeat what we're trying to do.
How do we know that this works, the PSD 502 works?
Okay, so PSD 502 really does work. We've conducted 2 large phase 3 clinical studies, and that's the gold standard for proving that a drug works. Something around 600 men participated in that. It was placebo controlled, so they had something against which they could measure. And what we study are 2 things. The first is something known as intravaginal ejaculation latency time. It's the amount of time that sexual intercourse goes on. And in a normal man, it's something around 4 to 7 minutes. The patients that we treated, they started the study and they all had to measure it before treatment, and they were at 35 seconds on average. That's very distressing, both for the man and for his partner. And after treatment with this, we moved to about 4 minutes. And so what you can see is we've taken the man from being really quite severe, and we've taken it all the way back up to the normal range again. The clinical definition of premature ejaculation is an IELT of less than 2 minutes. But the regulators, and this is important because not everybody's used this benchmark when looking at this, the regulators want to see the study conducted at men at less than 1 minute. And that's exactly where we're at. The patients were averaged 35 seconds before they started, 4 minutes after they finished. Almost more importantly than the time is a questionnaire that we had to run. It's called a patient-reported outcome, and it studies 4 separate domains. They are control, satisfaction, interpersonal relationships and distress. And not only do you ask the men how they measure on all of these four, you actually ask the partners, you ask the women. And this is why we know this product works. The women have responded actually at least as positively, and in some cases, particularly the interpersonal relationships, they score more positively than the men. So having used this, we actually know that in real live situations, the women are responding saying, this has improved their relationship with their partner. That's what's critically important about this.
So it's now all down now to the regulators.
It's now down to the regulators.
And for 2012, just to quickly recap again, what should investors put in their diaries?
So for 2012, what we need to put in the diaries is keep an eye towards the end of the second half. What we're going to do at that point in time is then get that dossier submitted. The dossier review period is anywhere between 12 and 18 months. If we hear news earlier, we'll obviously tell the market. We'll have the financial trading results that will then come out of the urology company, and that business is very much on target. It's doing nicely as well. We're really pleased to see how things are going. And then what we'll be looking to do is to enter into a partnering relationship. We want to partner with a major pharmaceutical company because they will have the muscle to be able to put this product effectively into market. What we will do using the urology company is seek to make sure that we retain co-promotion rights so that where we've got a sales force in the market, we can work alongside the big guys. It adds value for shareholders.
Good. Okay. All right. Good luck with the submissions.
Thank you very much.
Ronald Openshaw, who's the Chief Executive of Plethora Solutions.
This film is for educational and leisure purposes only. Proactive Investors does not provide investment advice. The company is a publisher and is not registered with or authorized by the Financial Services Authority. Please refer to the full terms and conditions on the Proactive Investors website.